What is foreign exchange rate? How is foreign exchange rate determined? What is domestic currency? What is foreign currency? How is fixed exchange rate different from flexible exchange rate? These are few questions which all those who are going to appear in CBSE grade 12 exams in May 2021 need to answer. Hi, I am Dr. Kulvinder Kaur from Sankalp Career Point and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Today I am creating a video on the topic foreign exchange rate. Foreign exchange rate is a chapter of Unit 5 of Economics, Balance of Payment. So let's get started. We will start with the basic concepts. We understand one thing, every nation of the world has its own currency and the nation uses its currency to purchase the goods and services which are available within the geographical boundaries of the country. This currency is known as domestic currency. For example, Indian rupee is the domestic currency of India because it can be used to purchase goods and services which are available within the geographical boundary of India. Swiss franc is the domestic currency of Switzerland and it can be used to purchase goods and services which are available in Switzerland. Similarly, dollar is the domestic currency of America which can be used for purchasing the goods and services which are available within the geographical boundaries of America. Now, that gives us an idea. Domestic currency is very easily acceptable within the geographical boundaries of the country, but it is generally not acceptable outside the boundaries of the country. So, if a company or an individual has to make payment to any country of the world, what should it do? Now, generally, every country wants the payment in its own currency. For example, America would like to accept the payment in dollar. Britain would like to accept the payment in pound. So, every country wants the payment in its own currency. In that situation, if a country or if a company or an individual has to make any international payment, it needs to convert the domestic currency into foreign currency. Now, before I talk to you all how is the conversion done, first let us understand what is foreign currency. Every currency of the world except the domestic currency is the foreign currency. For example, Indian rupee is the domestic currency of India, but for every other nation it is foreign currency. All other currencies of the world like yen, like dinar, Swiss franc, Mexican peso, pound, all these are foreign currencies for India. Dollar is the domestic currency for America, but dollar is the foreign currency for every country of the world. Now, the question arises, how is foreign exchange rate determined? And actually, what is foreign exchange rate? Foreign exchange rate is the rate at which domestic currencies exchange with the foreign currency. It is the price at which you purchase 1 unit of foreign currency. Or we can say in other words, it is the price at which 1 unit of foreign currency is purchased against some units of domestic currency. Remember one thing, foreign exchange rate establishes the ratio of exchange between two currencies. For example, if I say $1 equals to rupees 74, that means to obtain 1 unit of foreign currency, that is to obtain 1 unit of dollar, I need to pay 74 units of my domestic currency, that is rupee. So this is how the foreign exchange rate establishes the ratio between two currencies. Now, this is what you understood what is foreign exchange rate. We need to understand that there are two commonly practiced methods by which the foreign exchange rate is determined. Fixed exchange rate system and flexible exchange rate system. We need to understand both this system. Fixed exchange rate system means a system where the rate is determined and decided by the concerned governments, and any change in the rate can be made by the governments only. फिक्स्ड एक्सचेंज रेट सिस्टम मतलब वो सिस्टम जहां एक्सचेंज रेट दोनों कंट्रीज की गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड करती है और उन्हीं गवर्नमेंट्स को ही राइट है कोई भी चेंज एक्सचेंज रेट में करने का. ना फ्लेक्सिबल एक्सचेंज रेट, जिसको हम फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट भी बोलते हैं, इज द एक्सचेंज रेट which is decided by the market mechanism, that is the demand forces and the supply forces. तो फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट वो एक्सचेंज रेट है विच इज डिसाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द ऑपरेशन ऑफ डिमांड फोर्सेस एंड सप्लाई फोर्सेस, दैट इज मार्केट मैकेनिज्म. फ्लेक्सिबल एक्सचेंज रेट इज डेफिनेटली रेगुलरली गोइंग टू फ्लक्चुएट, but the fixed exchange rate is not going to fluctuate. It is going to remain constant or unchanged. So अब flexible exchange rate भी समझ लिया, fixed exchange rate भी समझ लिया. Now let us understand managed floating exchange rate क्या है. Managed floating exchange rate एक hybrid exchange rate system है. इसको हम hybrid system इसलिए बोलते हैं because this system uses flexible exchange rate system also as well as fixed exchange rate system to determine the exchange rate. Hybrid system में, that is managed floating exchange rate में, the exchange rate is definitely decided by the market mechanism. The exchange rate is determined by the market forces of demand and supply, but some level of adjustment or some level of change is definitely allowed in managed floating exchange rate. But that rate, that change or that adjustment is allowed according to the prescribed rules and regulation. No country can make the changes or adjustment without following those rules and regulations. तो ये हमने समझ लिया managed floating exchange rate क्या होता है. Now please let us understand one very important thing. इक्विलिब्रियम एक्सचेंज रेट मतलब क्या है. इक्विलिब्रियम एक्सचेंज रेट ऑफ एक्सचेंज क्या है. इक्विलिब्रियम मीन्स अ स्टेट ऑफ बैलेंस. सो इक्विलिब्रियम एक्सचेंज रेट मतलब एक्सचेंज रेट एट विच द क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड ऑफ अ करेंसी इक्वल्स द क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड ऑफ अ करेंसी. जब किसी भी कंट्री की करेंसी की डिमांड और उस करेंसी की सप्लाई अगर बराबर हो जाती है, then that is called as equilibrium exchange rate. For example, अगर इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में जितने डॉलर्स की डिमांड है उतनी ही डॉलर्स की सप्लाई हो तो डिमांड और सप्लाई इक्वल हो जाएगी. सो इट वुड बी कॉल्ड एज इक्विलिब्रियम एक्सचेंज रेट. नाउ आफ्टर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस यू ऑल्सो नीड टू हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कि पैरिटी वैल्यू क्या है. किसको बोलते हैं हम पैरिटी वैल्यू. पैरिटी वैल्यू मीन्स जब आप एक्सचेंज रेट डिटरमाइन करते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सिलेक्टेड बास्केट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज इन टू कंट्रीज. जब आप पैरिटी वैल्यू में एक्सचेंज रेट इस बेसिस पर डिसाइड करते हैं कि आपने जो गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज सिलेक्ट किए वो सिलेक्टेड गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज सेम क्वांटिटी और सेम क्वालिटी के होने चाहिए. वो सेम क्वालिटी के गुड्स एंड सेम क्वांटिटी के गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज एक नेशन में कितने मनी में मिलेंगे और दूसरे नेशन में कितने मनी में मिलेंगे. दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज पैरिटी वैल्यू. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू हैव सिलेक्टेड लेट्स से 5 गुड्स इन द बास्केट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. नाउ दीज 5 गुड्स एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू शुड बी ऑफ द सेम क्वालिटी एंड सेम क्वांटिटी. इफ दीज गुड्स आर अवेलेबल इन अमेरिका फॉर $1 but available in India for ₹100. So then it definitely gives an idea that $1 equals to ₹100 because $1 buys the same set of goods and services which can be purchased by ₹100. This chapter is actually a very small chapter and some of the topics have also been deleted. So only these topics were there which needed to be discussed. So that's all for this video. I'll be very soon coming with the next video. Thank you.